Political reacts. All right, everybody. We're back at it again. I want to get into this because it's been popping all over Twitter or X or whatever we call it these days. Jennifer Welch, if you know who she is, she's one of the young ladies that is on the iHip News podcast, her and Pumps. I watch them all the time. And what I like about them is that they not only hold the mega right accountable, the Republicans accountable, but they hold the Democrats accountable too for the crap and shit that they're not doing, as well as what the Republicans under Donald Trump is doing. Their master, the one that they worship, okay, the man who's in those Epstein files, the man who had the nerve to come out with a Trump Bible. This is crazy. So anyway, Jennifer Welch has an additional podcast, and she was on there predicting that if the Democrats win back the seats in the House, if there's a blue tsunami, that it's going to be trouble for the Republicans, particularly the mega far rights, because all the stuff that they're doing in this administration, they're going to be held accountable. You would hope that the Democrats, if they get back control, would hold them accountable. We're talking about Mike Miller. We're talking about Levitt here. We're talking about J.D. Vance, Rubio. There are some folks in this administration that need to be brought to justice. There are people that have been a part of the manipulation. And Jennifer broke it down. She said they're robbing us blind. They're robbing us blind, everybody. They're robbing the taxpayers. Donald Trump's got cryptocurrency. He's selling a country and the presidency to the highest bidder. Whoever wants to play ball with him, he's willing to make a deal with you. And this is a nightmare that we're in because he doesn't follow any rule of law. So anyway, Jennifer was on her podcast, additional podcast, and they're going crazy because she made a strong prediction. And a lot of the mega right, along with individuals like Elon Musk, who kept posting over and over again on the X platform that he has destroyed. Remember, Twitter used to be a pretty decent platform until he allowed all these white supremacists, all these sycophants for Trump, all the child pedo type individuals. I mean, this man that you see right here had the nerve to allow his AI to give you the ability to undress underage individuals, pictures. And now he's trying to say, oh, we're trying to clean it up. The man is sick. But he was posting over and over again a video that I'm going to show you because they really fear the truth behind the fact that they know that their administration, that Trump's administration is not doing well. They know that people are tired and sick and tired of this administration and that it's going to be curtains for all of those individuals that are criminals. We have a mafia style administration in this White House, and they know that the only person that can save their ass is Trump if he gives them immunity. They also are concerned, you can make the inference, they're concerned that Trump health has to stay intact because they can't afford to lose those partners that man would probably give them. But nevertheless, if the Democrats win those seats, and this is the thing, we hope that they win the seats, but we never know. But if they win the seats, she's predicting that it's going to be hell to pay for this Republican clan, this mega right. Now, they're so concerned about it that, like I said, Elon Musk went crazy on the Twitter, posting it over and over again, saying, yeah, they would do it. He believes that the Democrats would do it, but we would have to see. Now, part of this post, and I want to put this up here for you to see, is that this was about Muse. Muse posted this on X, and then Elon Musk kept posting this over and over again. And Elon says they mean it. Weaponizing the Democratic activist Jennifer Welch and Jim Acosta say that mass prosecutions of Trump and Republicans would be necessary for the nation to to retaliate. I think they got to retaliate against the Republicans. You can't be nice about this when the Democrats regain power, arguing that expanding the SCOTUS, meaning expanding the Supreme Court seats, whatever it is, they got to do something, would be required to jail Trump should have been in jail, should have been prosecuted when Biden was in office and what have you. And Biden sat on a boatload of evidence in those Epstein files. The Democrats really dropped the ball when they didn't open up those Epstein files, because you know that Trump is trying to hide from this. Well, let me show you the video of Jennifer breaking this down on the iHip News show. I like the show. I like what they do over there. And let me give you a little bit of this right now. This is cool.
H5 meltdown all over this weekend because two podcasters with absolutely zero power had a conversation about if the Democrats ever get power again, that there needs to be mass accountability for the corruption and illegal wrongdoings of this administration. One of those podcasters was me, and the other was Jim Acosta. So put this up, Kylie. So they put a video of my podcast with Jim Acosta as the guest, and Amuse puts weaponization. Democrat activist Jennifer Welch and Jim Acosta say mass prosecutions of Trump and Republicans would be necessary for national reconciliation when Democrats regain power, arguing that expanding the SCOTUS would be required to jail Trump. And Elon Musk responds, they mean it. And he tweets it like multiple times all weekend, you guys. And then here's just a prime example of the responses to this. Here's Sean McGuire chiming in. He says, I'm going to take her words at face value, and it's fucking scary.
Now, it is scary because think about it. They're committing crimes in this White House every single day. A president of the United States is not supposed to be making money on the side with cryptocurrency. He's supposed to divest from all those sort of things. You have a White House that doesn't follow the rule of law. They break the law every day. Everything that they're doing with ICE right now and the way ICE is operating. Don't get me wrong. I think there are people who should be deported from our country if they're committing crimes. They're doing things that are not right. But everything that this president, if you can even call him a president, is doing is unethical. From having a Trump Bible is unethical. From redacting all the evidence that implicates him and those that he protects is a criminal activity. Everything about his mafia style that he operates off is very dangerous.
Okay. I want to unpack this. Number one, I want to tell every single one of you I meant every single word that I said. Number two, I'm flattered, ? That you're so scared of me. Also somewhat surprised that you're so scared of myself and Jim Acosta. I'm also...
Let me just say this, Jennifer. I don't necessarily think that... I think they're scared of the words that are coming out of your mouth, not necessarily you personally, because reason why they're scared is because what you are saying resonates. It's a word of truth. They know that exactly what you're saying is true, that if the Democrats have a blue tsunami, as you said, and they take over the government, that there's a great chance, we would hope, that they're going to go after everyone in this administration, bring them before a court tribunal, and everyone is going to get tried and put in prison, jail, something of that nature. That's what they're concerned. That's what they're concerned about. It's not necessarily that they're scared of you, but it's the fact that what you speak rings a truth. And this is why they are concerned. You can say this is because they know that this man, Donald Trump, kinks, as you say all the time, kinkles, as you say. They know that kinkles, Taco Trump. They know that his health is not that great, and he's getting more and more demented every day. And they know that if this man is gone, that means pardons are gone, and that means their ass is grass. Let's get back to it.
Really hopeful that you all think the Democrats have that kind of fight in them, that Democratic elected officials would do such a thing. Because when Biden was president, now we know the Epstein files were a gold mine of corruption and should have been rigorously sorted through and made public before the election.
Facts.
We know that Merrick Garland and the DOJ did nothing regarding Trump.
She's absolutely right about that. That has still bothered me personally, that Biden's administration, and we got to throw Kamala Harris in there because she was the vice president right next to Biden, that the Democrats failed to do the right thing when they had all the evidence against Trump with those Epstein files. This is why I understand why Jennifer Welch is saying what she's saying. But only thing I would say you have to hold your horses on, Jennifer, respectfully, is that the question is, will the Democrats have the guts, the nerve, the sinew to come at them like this? Because the Democrats don't have a great track record of playing gangster. They have a track record of being gangstered by the Republicans. But see, to deal with the Republicans, when you get control, you have to be willing to be a gangster. And like my man Joe Madison, the Black Eagle, who was a great radio host and political mind, said that in politics, there are no permanent friends. There are no permanent enemies. There's just permanent interests. Will the Democrats have the interests of the people in mind to hold these Republican mega crowd accountable if they ever get back control of the government in one way or another? Let's get back to it.
But lastly, to all of the hive mind, low T alpha males on Twitter, if there is a Democratic president,
like Elon Musk,
and he came to me or she came to
like
me
this
and
man
said,
right
we
here,
want you to be in charge of the FBI or the DOJ, I would say, I'm not qualified. I really appreciate the vote of confidence, but I am not qualified to run such an organization. So your stage 5 toddler-like meltdown, showing how fucking scary Jennifer Welch is, just shows that you guys on Twitter, you have this hive mind in conservative men.
Right. Well, Twitter is made up of beta males, like she always says. Like Elon Musk, he's one of those beta males. Twitter is made up of a bunch of racists that he allowed. Remember, before Elon Musk took it over, a lot of these racists and these far-right groups got kicked off of Twitter. And Twitter had some standards, but now it has no standards. What I'm also noticing, if you are against Trump in this administration, Elon Musk has worked the algorithms on X to a point where you don't get much traction unless you're a well-known media personality, known on television or someone big like that. But if you're just a person like me trying to put out content on there, you don't get any traction, particularly if you're against this man right here, Donald Trump. Make America white again, which is a breakdown of what he means when he says make America great again, in my humble opinion. But this is what you get from a Donald Trump administration when you have this guy. Remember, Elon Musk, when he had his falling out with Trump, he went back to X and said, Trump, I'm going to drop a dime on Trump because I know that Trump personally is in those files. And then all of a sudden, they're all bosom buddies again. Okay? Crazy like a fox. Now, I want to show you the video that got everybody in the mega right triggered, got everyone like Elon Musk triggered as hell to the point that he's posting it all over X to warn all the other mega buckheads or dumbheads, should I say. Let me let you see what all the fuss was about with these idiots. Here we go.
Means that Congress is going to haul Elon Musk, big balls, and a bunch of other people's ass in front and say, what crimes did you commit? And it's going to get really serious. And the same with Trump, because I believe, Elon, and this is just my opinion, that Trump and all of the bottom feeding morons surrounding him and Elon Musk and all the bottom feeding clinger-oners that surround him, I think they commit crimes every day. And I think to reconcile all of this is going to take hardcore, not integrity Democrats, fuck you, Democrats. Fuck you for fucking over our country. We are serious about this. We are prosecuting. We're going to uncover every document, every phone call, everything you did. We will be relentless about it. And
do you agree with Jennifer Welch? I love the iHip news program with her and Pumps, but this is a separate podcast that she has. Do you agree? Put comments in the comment section of this video if you agree with her wholeheartedly. But the issue I have is that I like what Jennifer Welch is saying. I mean, sometimes too bad she's not up there in the White House running things, but her philosophy and the way she thinks would be strong for what's going on right now. The problem is, I don't know if the Democrats, not all as a whole, have the fortitude to think like Jennifer Welch and say, we're going to get these damn Republicans. We're going to have a reckoning day on them. There might be a few Democrats that think like that, but will the whole think like that? Or will they just want to go back to status quo? That's my concern.
That's the mindset they've got to have, because I think the electorate
got to have the right mindset.
We've got to get him out, but also we want accountability.
There has to be accountability. You have to have a situation where there's accountability. And I talked about this the other day with Fanone, the former MPD police officer who almost got killed on January 6th. He said, and I think it's true, that it's more than just the Dems win back the Congress and the White House. We have to change this John Roberts Supreme Court decision that gave the President of the United States a blank check. No man or woman should be above the law in this country. And Donald Trump sure as shit should not be above the law in this.
Absolutely. But this is the problem, Sir Costa. He is above the law and nothing is being done to stop him. This is why I'm going to say this for everybody. If the Democrats ever get back in control of the government, people who support I'm an independent, but people who support the Democrats that are Democratic minded, you cannot accept the Democratic leadership telling you that they can't do this and they can't do that. And we can't do this, because Donald Trump, if there's one thing about Donald Trump that Donald Trump has shown us, is that you could do a lot of shit when you're truly in charge of the government. So when the Democrats, if they ever get fully in charge of the government, the days of excuses and telling people they can't do this and they can't do that, nobody's going to buy that after seeing the shit that Donald Trump has been doing for the last, since he was in 2016, and now for a full year that we've had this sucker in office. And let's get back to it.
Country. And I think the Democrats have to talk about it in these terms, that, listen, if we get back in there, and I'm not saying I'm part of the Democratic Party, but I'm saying that this is the way the Democrats should communicate. They should say when they're back in there, if you guys are going to cling to this idea that Donald Trump is unaccountable, it's just not going to work. And that means adding seats to the Supreme Court so that immunity decision can be overturned. And so Donald Trump can be held accountable for his crime.
Facts. So if you're going to walk the walk, you can't just walk the walk and talk about it, but you got to be about it. So if the Democrats just do a bunch of gibberish talk and they don't do anything, if they ever get back in any control of government, then, like I've always believed as an independent, both the Democrats and Republicans are almost like the same, but just two different birds, where one screws you with Vaseline, that'd be the Republicans. No, that'd be the Democrats. And one screws you without Vaseline, that would be the Republicans. If the Democrats don't do what people are asking them to do, then it seems like they're no different, or that would be the impression that they would be giving. And I'm going to say this again for Jennifer Welch. They are afraid of the words that you're saying because they're afraid that what you're saying will resonate with everyone. And they know that if the Democrats get back control, they know that time's up for everyone. There will be prosecutions left and right, provided that the Democrats are willing to stand on 10 toes down and do what is necessary. That's the big giant question mark. You see, because certainly Democrats have disappointed us before in the past when we want them to do things. Now, this man, Elon Musk, controls a huge social media platform, and he's using the platform in a very devilish manner. I want y'all to look at an article when you get a chance to just see how devilish this man is. And you know, he's in a battle with one of his mothers of his children. And I'm going to do a video about that, plus the exposing of how when you have an AI system on a social media platform where you've got pedophile type thinking type men, you have weirdos that are looking at pictures of minors and telling the AI to undress the minors. And now Elon Musk wants to act like he don't know nothing about it and what, because he's a weirdo himself. And keep this in mind, Elon Musk should be deported back to South Africa where he came from, because this is a sucker that came into the country illegally himself. Even his own brother in an interview said that, even though he's trying to deny it. Now, I want you to check out this article, Elon Musk 2025 recap, how the world's richest person became its most chaotic. And he is chaotic. He's on ketamine. This man's also a drug addict. This is a man who went into the government and sliced everything, went in there and made sure all the stuff that implicates him and his companies are all deleted out. How the tech CEO Dodge father made mess of the year from a parent Nazi salute. Remember the Nazi salute that everyone tried to be in denial of, but it was a Nazi salute. During his White House tenure, Tesla sales slumps and Starship explosions. Everyone is talking about the fraud in Minnesota with Somalis, but no one's talking about the fraud in the wasted money of Elon Musk, who's been getting millions of billions of dollars of tax dollars and subsidies to put into his X space program, and his rockets are exploding left and right. He has this dream to go to Mars, and there's people out there saying it ain't gonna happen with this dude. This is a dude that's running the X platform, and a dude who got real triggered by Jennifer Welch and was posting this all over the X. He's a real sick guy. Shout out to Jennifer Welch and the ladies, her and Pumps at the iHip News. I watch it all the time. They give great breakdown and commentary. But with that said, I'm going to get ready to get out of here. I appreciate all of you for supporting the channel. Share the video if you can, because I would definitely appreciate that. And with that said, y'all take care. If you like the show, let me put this up real quick. If you like the show and what we're doing over here, then you can do this too. Once again, like and comment, subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching and what have you. I appreciate you all. This is Political Reacts Media.